Hey guys, I don't normally do reviews, but I really want to give my opinion of a series that a friend of mine's doing. He started it up not too long ago. It's entitled Melanchandria. I don't know what Melanchandria means. I haven't bothered. I don't even know if it's a real word. I don't know if he made it up or what. It sounds like it could be a real word. Don't quote me on that. His series is run through YouTube, though there are Twitter and Tumblr portions that can be followed if people want to interact with this character. It is an interactive series. Though the interaction doesn't seem to be really that important as far as enjoying the story and watching the series. I'm going to start from the very beginning and work over the entire current plot, what's happened so far. So if you don't want spoilers, I'll put an annotation right about here to just skip to the end, and I'll tell you whether or not I think you should watch it. I'll tell you whether or not I enjoyed watching it. So just, click this annotation here, and it'll take you to the end of the video. If not, let's get this thing started. The series kicks off with an unnamed protagonist talking about how he's purchased a cool-looking armband thingy that was listed as a bioetheric dimension shifter on eBay for $200, and as he's talking about how he wishes it were actually a real dimension-hopping device, he interrupts his own video log. Literally, he actually walks in while he's recording. Okay. In the second video, his character fills in a lot of the details left out in the first. I honestly was almost turned off by how much just happened suddenly without any explanation in the first video, but the second video was able to regain my interest and help restore my immersion in the series. The character explains that he purchased the device hoping to use it as a prop in a science fiction series, and that another character, a boy named Pestilence, is really an alternate universe version of himself that wants him to be able to travel through dimensions like he can. We're told that Pestilence's father sold our Melanchandria buddy a non-functioning bioetheric dimension shifter, and that the only thing that's needed to get it working again is a new magic crystal, something that Pestilence brought with him. The next video gives us a closer look at the bads, as Melanchandria calls it, and helps fill in a few more minor details about Pestilence and his dad. One thing I'd like to highlight is that not only did this guy name his own son Pestilence, but he sold the alternate universe version of his son a broken armband for $200. I mean, he's kind of a dick. I'm just saying. He explains that the badge is worn on the upper arm, and it is actually powered by human blood, though the importance of this is yet to be discussed. The fourth video, uploaded, is heavily distorted. Melanchandria explains that his contact with his AU self has affected electronics in unexpected ways. There are a bunch of cuts. He goes on about how he really wanted to make a sci-fi series, and pretty much restates what's been said in the first couple videos. Once we pass the halfway point, we find out that he has been talking to someone else about everything that's happened, and that he felt it was important enough to mention on camera, even though there's nothing in any of the videos on the Melanchandria channel to support that. The video ends in a rather interesting way. We get a look for the first time at some odd dimension warping as Melanchandria decides he wants to take some video of this really cool tunnel he's walked to. As he walks through it, he discovers that no matter how far he walks or how fast, he ends up back at the start of the tunnel. Now, the final time he does this, he seems to attract the attention of some kind of creature. The creature is shown having multiple legs and something like an upside-down face. The video ends after this creature reaches Melanchandria, and a siren overtakes the audio entirely. In the next video, we find out that he survived, and that he's just done with it all. He doesn't want anything more to do with the bads, and he's planning on ending his channel by documenting the fact that some sort of snake-like creature has actually bitten him. Though there are no discernible after effects to being bitten, it seems to have shaken him up that shaken him up enough that he just doesn't want to keep going. Simultaneously, something or someone was moving around in his closet, and his webcam had turned on and captured that movement. Also, we are given a snippet of Melanchandria's brother sleep-talking. I guess it's suggested that he's been sleep-talking enough that he felt it pertinent enough to film him. On that part, I don't really understand why that was included, but it does play into the next video. His brother is sleep-talking, saying, "The shape, the insect, the contortionist." And at this point, those words are entirely meaningless to us. We haven't heard them before. In response to this video, the next video is entitled Shapes. It consists entirely of a message from an unknown third party, very cryptically telling us that Melanchandria's brother is talking about the creature from the tunnel in his sleep. The tunnel crab monster is called the Insect. It also identifies a new antagonist known as the Contortionist. He is depicted as being a well-dressed man without clear facial features. His importance and the importance of the shapes is not explained to us at this time. Following this video, Melanchandria uploads a video talking about how he was asked to meet up with a friend. His friend never shows, but while he's there he encounters not only the insect but the contortionist as well. Neither entity harms him, though the insect is close enough to him at one point to touch him if it wanted to. This is currently the last video on the channel, though I am told he will be uploading new content in the near future. The series has honestly grown on me. The premise from the start is very original, and though it asks you to take a lot for granted right off the bat, if you stick with it, you're rewarded with some good, solid acting and some original ideas that are just very refreshing. I think, you don't see a lot of this kind of thing on YouTube. I mean, you get tons and tons of horror series, but this is more of a science fiction series, as I think the character has said himself. I feel like I should comment on the video quality. The effects, I guess, regarding the creatures in the series, they're not too detailed. They look kind of drawn in, and they probably were, but I wish the creator would add some more texture into their designs so they look a little more solid, if you understand what I'm trying to go for there, what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying at all that I think they're bad effects. I think a lot of them are actually done fairly well, but the visuals, even with the distortion later on, they just don't really seem to match up. So I think that should be addressed at some point. The video quality isn't incredibly high, but the series is being uploaded via cell phone, as is mentioned in the description of one of the vids. I kind of like that part because it honestly feels, at times, it feels like it could be actual footage that somebody's just taking. And that's a good feeling. When you're watching something that's expecting you to take it for granted, it's a good feeling to see that sort of thing and feel that way about what you're watching. I would honestly recommend the series as it currently is to anyone watching this video. If you like science fiction, if you like original ideas in science fiction, and you want to see some cool stuff, this is cool. I liked it. I think if you guys like science fiction and you like first-person narratives that are interactive, I think you'll like this, and I would definitely recommend it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that series. Have a nice day.